Hello, hello. Welcome in. I've got my favorite deck here, the Energy Oracle Cards deck from Sandra Ann Taylor. And today I thought would also be fun to pull one from the Green Witches Oracle deck. I haven't worked with this one as much, but it's a beautiful deck, needless to say. And I thought, it's just kind of fun to pull an extra card from other decks. All right, let's all pause and surround ourselves with the white light of the Holy Spirit. We want to do that when we start our oracle card readings. It's just a great way to kind of feel into the energy. I was always taught to do that. So if whoa, there's a card popping out. If I don't do that before the readings on the YouTube videos, know that I've done that before I started the video. I just didn't put it in there. And it's important that we surround ourselves with that white light of the Holy Spirit. We get ourselves into a grounded space. Sometimes I'll just take some breaths to begin. Something I feel important to say for all of you out there is if you ever are receiving an oracle card reading or a psychic reading or into whatever kind of reading, and this person says something to you like, you have like a hex or a dark cloud, or there's some darkness around you, and I'm going to help you get rid of that darkness. And all you need to do is come back and see me, once a week or once a month, or hey, let's continue on with the reading for $20 extra and I can help you. Anything like that is a huge red flag for get the hell out of that place. I was always warned about that. I've been going to psychics and having readings myself forever since my early 20s. And they always told me that, and I never experienced it until recently, within the past year. And I was sitting at this woman's space, and I instantly felt everything within me just blow up with freak out fire. That's all I can describe it as, like this crazy feeling, because she was saying to me that I had this really heavy problem and that she could fix it. And she would pray about it and she would pray for me. And all I would have to do was come back to her every month, or I don't even know. Did she say every month, every other week? I don't know what she said. All I heard and felt was, get the hell out of here. So I was done with the reading. And of course she said, well, do you want more? Do you want, for $20? I said, nope, I'm all good. Thank you. And she pushed, and I just excused myself and got the hell out of there. So that's a big, big warning to all of you. And I'm not sure why I'm sharing that now, but I'm feeling guided to share that. The first card that popped out, and not to worry all of you, it's the storm warning card. And this is one of those cards when I read for people, they just kind of, this is meant to just let you know that something is probably bubbling or stirring under the surface. And it's letting you know that there's some stuff you've got to work through. Now, we all have things to work through, but the storm warning card does tell us that it's a little bit bigger than that. It's probably an argument or something that needs to come out and be released. I also tell people that when you receive a card reading, so wherever you're hearing this and whatever time of the day, whatever day of, I don't know, whenever you're getting this information, it means that the energy that you're in that moment is this energy. So you do have the power to change your energy, right? Of course, you're here on your own free will. You can change your course at any moment. And anytime somebody gives you a reading or it shows something like this that might be a little fearful to you, try not to fear it. Try to just, okay, there might be something bubbling, and I can kind of prepare myself for that by meditation, through prayer, restfulness, and really sitting with what is maybe really angering me that I need to release through this storm warning. Or do I really want it to be a storm? Do I want to meditate, pray about it, ask for the guidance, and then proceed, maybe into this discussion with a person that doesn't necessarily have to end up with a huge storm. So again, you have the power, always you have the power to change your trajectory. Even if a psychic predicts something, it doesn't necessarily mean it will come true, because that's the energy of that moment and you have the power to change it. All right. So that's something else I felt I needed to share. Because the next card is the woman holding a heart. This is a beautiful card, and something else just showed itself to me. So we'll go into that one too. The Door to Romance. These kind of go hand in hand if you look at them, even the colors, the hearts, the beauty of them both. But this is about, specifically, typically, this card is about a woman in your life who is helping you, who is here to help you and guide you and support you. And she's got some wisdom. It comes from a place of love. And then, hello, the door to romance. So maybe you're going to be going through some kind of a blowout or an argument or a heated discussion that will lead to these things. And maybe this is you. Maybe this is you holding the heart and you're your own wisdom keeper, right? We are all our own wisdom keepers. Or maybe you're going to get that advice from somebody that's a woman, a powerful woman in your orbit. And then the door to romance is opening right up for you. That's kind of a fun, it's wonderful when a card reading does this, like when it shows up immediately and you go, ah, and then it all kind of just works its way out, right? I like that. I like that. So I'll show them to you again all in the way I pulled them. Actually, this one fell out. And also when you're doing readings for yourself, if a card falls out like it did or it flips out, that's a really great indication that that card was meant for you. All right, let's pull one from the Green Witch Oracle deck too. Anything witchy is fun for me, and especially green. I love plants. I grow lots of lavender, and I kind of feel like I'm a little bit of that green witch. I might need my glasses for this one. Roots. Oh, wow. Cool. Healthy patterns, early growth. How does this pertain to the other reading? I'm not sure if it does, actually. This feels separate for me for some reason. And so this is all about rooting yourself. And I actually did talk about grounding yourself at the beginning of a reading, but that you have to have those roots that grow deep in the soil before you see the thing on the surface. And oftentimes we aren't seeing the flower or the tree or the big thing, the manifestation, because it's still growing its roots underground. Sometimes things take time. Well, most of the time things take time. I don't even know if there's such a thing as an overnight success, because I think all of people, everybody, if you ask them, what their path was to where they, let's say a famous person, right? How did they get famous? I don't think it might seem like it happens overnight, but it's never that. It's rooted. They've grown those roots. They've spent time maybe in their early childhood, putting on plays for their friends and family, for instance. And that was those were the roots growing so that when they were an adult, they could become this, famous movie star or whatever it might be. So know that your roots are necessary. You need to know and acknowledge that your roots have to be watered. They have to be taken care of. You can't just expect it to unfold so quickly. And I feel like there's somebody listening right now that needs to hear this big time, that it isn't just something that's going to happen overnight, that you just have to continue breathing and understanding that the roots are still forming under the surface.